Hi there. Okay, Libra. These are the original zodiacs, the 13 zodiacs before they changed them over to the 12. I'm not going to read the cards anymore. I'm going to try to do things a little bit differently than I used to. Hopefully that doesn't bother anybody. If it does, there's plenty of other readers out there. And you're more than welcome to take a look at some of their videos because some of them are really good. Shout out to all the other readers out there that have matured and surpassed far beyond what I am at currently. You guys are working really hard and you are fighting for a good society to live in. You are fighting for the right for the general collective to grow. You are protecting them and shielding them from certain things we don't even know about right at this time. Thank you guys. Okay, Libra, what can we get for Libra? Sense of renewal, a bit of counsel. You could be called right now specifically to kind of sit in like a council. So you're making judgment calls for certain people, whether this be community or friends or family or something like that. Almost like sitting in court and hearing both sides of the story. Of course, Libra does a lot of that when it comes to justice and deciding. The only thing I would say is the self-defense energy that I'm picking up on. Be cautious of that doesn't ruin any opportunities for you, okay? Like the whole self-sabotage energy. Get rid of that, out the energy, find out, pinpoint what it is and where it's coming from. Can we get something for Libra? All right. Oh, we got 2, 3. Okay. So we got the strength in reverse. A lot of it has to do with phobias that come in, okay? So it's giving me the strength card in reverse. So that could be your phobias popping up. And then we got the lovers in reverse. This could very well have to do with past situations that you've been with other people. This is the second reading that I've got the lovers in reverse in. So other people could be pulling or playing on the past, what you've already experienced, or this is something that you have subconsciously. So maybe it's fears or worries or past experiences, but you got the magician and the upright. So your intention so far is to manifest good. You just need to be able to get past this. I'm separating these two because these are two completely different energies. So you have good means and goodwill and good intention, but your phobias over here may come into play at a certain point, and I don't want to see it sabotage anything for you. So can we get something about the phobias or the fears or the lover in reverse? Strength in reverse card for Libra. That flipped right out. 3 of Swords. Okay, so you don't need to worry about any heartbreak. You're not going to have to worry about anybody stabbing you in the heart or hurting you like past relationship. I really am advising you not to sabotage anything just because of the things you did experience in the past. You take them as lessons and you move forward and you accept and appreciate it for what it is. Like, thank you for teaching me what I needed. If you haven't resolved anything with past people, let's say this is a past partner or something like that, you're going to have to be able to let that go in order to free up so that you can manifest your new beginning. Can we get a bit more on the magician? What are you creating over here, Libra? What are you making? Happiness. That's the sweetest thing I ever seen, back to back. What are you making? Happiness. What I want to do. What makes me happy. Fucking A. You should. You're on your high horse and don't let nobody knock you off that fucking high horse. What else are you making? What else are you creating over there, Libra? Plenty of faith. The moon in reverse. So you've already let it be known whatever it is that you are creating. So maybe you've announced it to certain people around you, friends, family, co-workers, whatever it is that makes you happy. You've let it be known publicly. You've let this out. You're not hiding nothing from nobody. I don't even think you're hiding any phobias from anybody. You may have already spoke about this. You need to work on the throat chakra a little bit. Maybe say some things, whatever you need to speak to get it out. right? Just clear the air, clear the last of it. What's the last bit over here? What do you want to say? Maybe you can get it out here. Something to do with the sacral. Okay, so that'd be creativity and sexuality. Now it's funny because the Magician over here and the happiness and all that, the creativity, being close to source, that's over here, and that does have to do with the sacral energy as well. So it could be your light and dark side kind of battling it out a little bit, like a battle royale. You're pulling back and forth with yourself. This could be a sexuality thing. I don't know if it's a creativity thing, but they go, like I said, they're together. They go hand in hand. This could have to do with a certain path that you took previously, and maybe you're taking a new one now, and it looks very similar. There's a lot of similarities there, but I can tell you right now it's not the same one. Can we get a little bit more on the Ace of Clubs? Yeah, hold on. I just want a little bit more of this one. Let's see. Ace of Clubs. Just to get a good idea, yeah. Creation, beginning, invention, start of an undertaking, fortune, enterprise, gain, inheritance, birth of a child, beginning of a meaningful experience, and adventure, escapade. So you could be expecting a child, or this is something that you want to create for yourself, like a new family or anything like that. The whole idea of being creative, using your sacral energy for good, not using it for like out of lust or for a bad habit or anything like that. Bearing fruit. Like as people bear a child or give birth to an idea, you can also give birth to certain things that are fruitful. So whatever creations you're thinking of, whatever you're slowly manifesting with this Magician energy, which you're not keeping hidden, you're like, fuck it, I don't need to hide shit from nobody other than these spheres over here, but you have all right to keep certain things to yourself. Like if you have a phobia, you don't need to tell the fucking world unless you choose to. You could take away that negative power altogether by announcing it if you wanted to. But it doesn't always work like that because other people may try to use it against you. And I think you're well aware of that. You're not stupid, Libra. You're very smart. So you're not just going to give everybody your playing cards just so they can mess with you. I'm not saying that they would, but it's a possibility. What can we get for the phobias? Coiffure. Coiffure? C-O-I-F-F-U-R-E. Mode of dressing the hair in women. So you could be, you yourself, male or female, you could be very interested in hair. You could be very interested in the way hair is done. And this could also be maybe something you've done in the past. Maybe you were a barber or a hairdresser in the past, or this is something that really interests you. Something to do with the endeavors of something creative. So maybe you are forming an alliance with somebody, or you're starting your own business. Maybe you're opening your own shop. Mode of dressing the hair. As well to do, the play on words, hair is also the next of kin, or somebody in prestigious family, or somebody that's been passed down something as well. What else can we get? What else can we get? Forgiveness. Superfluous. Being more than is wanted, redundant, and unnecessary. So whatever this negative energy over here is, these fears or phobias, it's the energies that it's picking up, that's coming out, is that it's not necessary, but it is still a lesson that you need to learn. So it's not necessarily redundant, but it is not needed. It doesn't serve your highest purpose at all. So get rid of that, whatever that is, if you can. Certain ways of getting rid of it is writing it down. Certain ways of getting rid of it is putting it on a piece of paper and burning it. Certain even facing your phobias. That's a big one. Most people don't even think to do that, but whatever the phobias are, you face it like head on. This could be talking to a past person and saying what you need to say, or making amends with somebody, or even apologizing. This could be, if you're afraid of spiders, letting a spider walk on you. This could be anything that you can think of when it comes to phobias. How to deal with them is something that you may, this could be the challenge of yours that's coming up right now. It's like a test. Can we get past life oracle card for this one? What's this tough situation that Libra is trying to get through? Everything else looks golden. Everything else looks good. What's this? It's almost like maybe you gave too much of yourself possibly in the past. Oh, juggling with certain things. Could be your emotions. Could have just a lot of long hair. Long hair, long hair. What else can we get here? Health. Okay. So overall, what I'm picking up right now, the whole idea of heartbreak or being heartbroken, something to do with that, it has an impact on your health. So your emotional state has an impact on your physical health, which makes a lot of fucking sense if you think about it. Through past history, everybody is like an analysis, okay? Yeah, everybody has witnessed how much of an impact an emotional state of being can have on a human being. Your chemicals that are released in the brain are very important to your overall function and how you think and act and the decisions you make, your cognitive function basically. And when your chemicals are imbalanced, or there's something pulling or playing on a certain emotion that has an effect on the physical, yeah, it's going to have an impact on the health. Your ancestors know a lot about this. It's almost like they cut that demon out before. So whatever this entity or attachment is that has a liking for destroying relationships or breaking hearts or something like that, whatever this entity is, I wish I had a name for it because I would call it out. It's still a lesson in itself. What are you? Anyways, this is something that your ancestors have gotten rid of, but then it came back. So it was reintroduced to the bloodline. I'm not sure exactly what the fuck that is, but whatever this is, there's a fine line. Are we talking about lines? There's that council. So decisions that were made possibly due to emotion. I'm not talking about you right here, right now. What it could have an impact on you as well. Take it as it resonates. But whatever decisions were made, it reintroduced this phobia, which has an impact on the people's health in the bloodline, if that makes sense. That's interesting. Since we're talking about love life, let's go over to the Island Time Wellness Oracle cards. Addiction. So when certain things are impacting your emotions, what do? Most people turn to addiction of some form as form of comfort. Codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block and restraint. The first thing that's popping out is like highlighted possessions. So again, this negative energy, this unresolved energy, possibly of heartbreak, but this is in the reverse. I think you've already learned that one. You've gotten past that. But it's still there. It's like a negative energy that wants to grab a hold. As if you could see, this is like attached to her ankle. What was Achilles? What was that Achilles thing? We're getting all this stuff for Valentine's Day. Achilles. What was he? Was it ego? What are you pulling behind? And it's on what side? It's on the left side, so that'd be logic. Logic's being weighed down by the heart. So emotion. And part of emotion is tied up to that is creativity as well. You've got two sides to this. What can we get over here? For the Island Time Island Time Wellness. Got twin flames, yin and yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. So whatever you're going through right now, you've definitely managed to find your balance, no problem, which is probably why you have the Sun card in the upright, and you're not afraid to show that to anybody, okay? And then we've got separation, sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of the future. This is where the fears come in, this past energy over here. Phobias of this. That had to do with something possibly sexually, which had an impact on your creativity, and it also fucking had an impact on your health. But it looks like you're doing okay now, because you're letting go of that heartbreak. I'm going to put that right in the middle, because it feels like it needs to go in the middle there. Out you go. Somebody sneezing. Out you go, out you go. So get rid of that negative energy. Unsure of the future. Why are you unsure? Have the courage. You've got the courage. Why are you unsure? Relieve. Of or free from a problem. Disembarrass. Disencumber. Relieve oneself by disclosing the thoughts or feelings that are troubling one's unbosom. Confess. Relieve or stand in for somebody at work by taking a turn, and then spell at the very end as well. So this could be definitely something from the past that your ancestors went through. All right, now you're in the same position. Now you're going through this. You're understanding some of it. You're understanding there's no need for heartbreak. You're not heartbroken. You're understanding that there was addictions and codependency, and there's a bit of a control sense there due to fear, which is having some complications, but is not impacting what you're doing for yourself. So it's almost like the balance between you. You're understanding the duality of it. You're understanding the yin and yang, which is really nice. It complements nicely. And basically what I said, you've got to be able to speak, to take away that power, that control it has over you. Speak it out. Just say or write it down, whatever you need to. Can we get a little bit more on what needs to be said? For Libra, what needs to be spoken of what you experienced before. Not only did we have the Lovers in the reverse, but we had the Two of Cups. Had, past tense. I didn't even say have. These are past experiences. This could even very well be two different kinds of couples, or two different kinds of experiences, or two different kinds of relationships. Transform. And we got the snakes. Snakes. See? And all of them. Snakes. Even in separation, it's like a serpent kind of energy. Okay? And what do we get with the whole snake idea? The coils, the, what do you call that? The ladder would be the helix. The whole idea. This is giving me snaky vibes. Snakes everywhere. Maybe that's how you feel too. You're like, do I trust? Anyways, get out of that. Just give me a second. Case. Bag or suitcase. Case for carrying papers, briefcase, attaché case. So attachments or anything like that. Like I said, possessions, attachments. You need to be able to separate yourself. You might have to do a cord cutting or whatever it is that you need to write down or speak out loud. Case for holding loose papers or official documents. Portfolio and dispatch box. Dispatch. You know how you get patches on clothing to mend it? Well, we got a dispatch. So maybe whatever you try to put a patch on doesn't need it. You just don't need that altogether. Action or decision in law court uses an example or justification when treating a later case similarly. So any kind of documentation. So it's like a precedent. Like I said, you could be trying or seeing a lot of similarities in your current situation that has a reflection of the old situation, but it's not the same because you've already learned what did you learn? You've already learned what you needed to learn, so you can apply that now. Like back down to cancel. Back down to cancel. That's not even what I wanted to speak. Whoa. Okay. Back to counsel and decision makings and stuff like that. There's a lot of confusion energy that I'm getting right now. Lift, remove, return to original senders immediately. Let's see. We're going to close that for a second. We'll go over here. You get a couple more past life oracle cards. What else do we need to see? What else do we need to see? Any negative energy, return to sender immediately. That's stopping you from doing this read. Right over the moon, Atlantis times. Nice. Hello. So you got a lot of oceanic ties. This could be Poseidon, this could be the whole idea of Atlantis, Lost City, or this could be the whole idea of diving deep, going within. You got two dolphins there. They're very intelligent, not only very similar to humans, maybe not in physicality, but the ways they're thinking when it comes to logic and reason, right? Now, I don't know if dolphins have a sense of specific emotion, but they do have emotion. And I know they have aggression as well. So that could be something you need to work on yourself. That could be the only thing that's kind of deterring you. All right? And like I said, this is past life oracle card. So you could have strong ties there. What else can you get? Knighthood. You have the wisdom, use it as your shield. You have the sword of truth, or the ace of swords, so to speak. Pun intended. You have the rights to speak what you need to. You are Libra, you can bring in the justice. Part of the Libra sign looks like the Om symbol. It's very similar. What else is it close to? It's very similar to Pertho as well. So this one's in the upright. That's normally what it looks like, but if you put it this way, where is it? This way? Then it's very similar to this one. The only difference is it's underlined. So maybe there's an underlining cause for why it is that you're still having this unsettled thing, but I honestly think the energy that I'm getting, you have compassion, and maybe people have taken advantage of that. So you're just worried about things recycling or repeating, but that doesn't have to be the case if you just speak what you need to. Get it out, and then that's it. You've pretty much completed what you needed to at this point. Get a couple more cards here. Don't worry, we're going to be in spring soon. If you're anywhere in Canada or anywhere where snow is and stuff, eventually we're going to get to spring. You can do a lot of grounding, walk barefoot. You may really like to, indulge in Mother Nature and stuff. You really enjoy putting your feet on the grass or sand or anything like that. Even just walking on stones. Kind of see a person that's like using their foot to grab a stone. That may be something you really enjoy doing. We're going to get there. Just a little bit longer. Good catch. Your gifts and talents and abilities are real. Don't second guess yourself, okay? Especially this magician in the upright, doing it for good intentions. All right? And this whole idea of balance and unity. This is not just for a partnership. This is within yourself too. What do we got? The magician is 1. And then the sun, we got 10. That in itself is very interesting. Draw this out on a piece of paper. This one here. Draw that out on a piece of paper and then see what you can make of that. I don't know why that's specific. Maybe it's right down the middle. Anyways, what else can we do here? Lessons. What is it you want to learn? So do you have a fascination with numbers, letters, or anything like that? Maybe you could see certain things when you put them on paper or write them down or draw them out or something like that. Listen to your intuition, okay? We get a little bit more. Let's go back to here. What can we get for the public? Announcement by government or official body, communication, proclamation, public announcement, or brief official report. So whatever it is, you've already not hidden what it is that your goals or ambitions are. So maybe you need to say what has been bothering you. I don't know if you need to make it public. I'm not advising you to do any of this. This is completely on you if you want to make that choice. So we got public appearance or presentation as on television, and exposure, public attention, limelight, public baths, especially by ancient Greece and Rome. Apherme, public building as for lectures and concerts. Elysium, public funds. Elysium, that sounds like something else. Elysium, but this one's just Lyceum. That could be specific, take what resonates. Public funds set aside or assigned by vote for a particular purpose. Appropriation. So definitely whatever your priorities are, set them. Okay, public image or self-projection. Adopted by a person, a persona. So how you see yourself is very important, clearly. Public meeting and discussion. So that might be why you don't want to say or voice certain things. You don't want to be perceived a certain way, but I really don't think that's the issue. You don't need to worry about that. Interested by and deeply engaged in activity to the point of losing contact with one's surroundings. Absorbed, immersed, engrossed, intent, wrapped, and preoccupied. So you could be too busy to really focus on this other stuff, which is not a bad thing, but at one point or another, you're going to have to address what this thing is, this nagging entity is. You're going to have to address it. It's going to have to come up at some point, because if you don't, this could really cause some problems in the future. Keep that in mind, all right? You have this Knighthood card. You have the knowledge and wisdom. What else can we get here? Island Time Wellness. What do you want to put aside? The Chaser. Maybe you're used to people chasing you or certain people coming after you. Chaser and codependent relationship. Fear of abandonment issue. Ah, there we have it. Fear of abandonment issue. All right, I'm sorry if I'm just calling you out, or please don't take it personally. Fear of abandonment issue. There's not anything... it's not anything to be ashamed of. It's like an actual phobia. And most people do suffer from that, okay? I'm going to get 4 rooms here. Elder First Arc, you can look them up on Google. They have multiple meanings, okay? Just 4, thank you. We got Raido. That's R-A-I-D-H-O. You can pause these if you need to. Usually symbolic for movement. You could be confused about where you want to go. You got the moon rune. A blank rune, so unknown. It's funny because you have this. So the other one is unknown. It's on this side, it's well known. On this side, not so much. So maybe on one side of your brain, it's well known. Everything's come out, everything's good. And on the other side, you're still working something out. And then we've got Savilong, usually Solar Sun. Okay, multiple meanings. What else we got here? And we got Degas, usually hope. This one looks like the time. If you were to turn it like that. Almost looks like a bow tie too. You could be going to an event or something like that. And I think that's it. Maybe get one more card. I'm not going to go too much into this because that's yours, personal. Can we get a, what can we get? Atlantis, a little bit more on Atlantis. Oh, that came out right away. 2 of Coins. That's the balance between the two. Physical reality and your spiritual. So do more research or do more connection with that, either mythology if you don't believe in that sort of thing. What else can we get for Atlantis? One wants to come out, go back in. What else can we get for this? Rescue mission. On a boat. On a boat, on a boat. 6 of Swords. Stepping away from all the betrayal and moving forward. With somebody. Or just with yourself. Keeping to yourself. Masculine and feminine. Leaving behind what doesn't serve you. That's good. That's always good. What else can we get for Atlantis? I haven't gotten that card in a while. Show me, please. Atlantis for Libra. Almost came out over the 3 of Swords in reverse. Study. Go within. Do your study. This is my study card. It's actually a part of the deck, but it's not one of the original tarot cards. See how he's sitting there? He's got his little ball, he's got his quills, he's got his book, he's got a window out there to see everything. He's got his owl, his companion, his familiar, knowledge, wisdom. Also, again, with the whole idea of knighthood. And then he's even got a specific thing around his neck. I don't know what that is. Almost looks like a comb on a chain. I don't know if you could see that. If you ever get this deck, you could be able to look that up a little bit better. Anyways, so do your studying. Hopefully that helps.